is Jillian Bowman, and I am a caregiver currently at Terry Lake Assisted Living. I would like to start off this presentation with a quote that I find very true. Nurses dispense comfort, compassion, and caring without even a prescription. This was said by Val Sainsbury. Now I know a caregiver is nothing like a nurse, but we encompass a lot of the same qualities as nurses do when they care for a patient. Only our patients are residents of a living home. This presentation is going to be dedicated to talking about feelings of depression and how caregivers not only help with their daily activities of living, but also are there to be a friend to these residents and help them feel better. Like I said earlier, I am a caregiver at Terry Lake Assisted Living. I have been working there for almost 4 months. And I went through training, and I work about 30 hours a week, so I find myself credible when talking to you guys about this topic. So, first I would like to explain what depression is. Depression is a state of feeling sad or hopeless. It is a feeling of feeling low, not as you normally do. A lot of residents in living homes will have a time where they experience a form of depression or they are depressed all the time. This is not uncommon. One example that I have to share with you is with one of the residents at Terry Lake, Howard. One day I was helping him back to his room, and in his room he laid on his bed and told me that he no longer wanted to live and that he shouldn't. There is no purpose for him. Now, upon hearing this, of course, that made me feel really sad. But I had to put away my feelings for a second and tend to Howard. I had to make him feel better. I sat there, talked with him, listened to him, to what he had to say, and comforted him as best as I could. Now, I told you that I sat and talked with this man, Howard, when he told me how he felt, which is leading me to my next topic I want to talk to you about, which is communication. Communication is using words, signs, signals, sounds to express a feeling of thought, a feeling at all, anything of the sort. Communicating with a resident when they feel depressed, such as Howard, is a very useful tool. Like I said, I sat with Howard and I talked with him. I reassured him that he had a purpose, he should be here, and he did belong. That he made everyone in the house feel good, that he had an impact on me and an impact on all the other caregivers and QMAPs and certified nursing assistants in the house. Not only did I talk with him, but I also sat and I listened to him. Listening is another big aspect of communication. When listening to a resident or listening to anyone at all, you allow them to talk and you allow them to feel like you actually do care about them and what they have to say. For them to know that is very important, and that goes a long way. Communication helps a lot with these feelings, and it helps a lot with the residents. Not only is communication a very useful tool, but activities are very useful as well. In an assisted living home, caregivers do activities with the residents at least twice a day. Activities should either be physically or mentally active. They are supposed to help the residents with their mobility, their functional capacity, and just help them keep going along. These activities, they can range from bingo, card games, board games, exercising, walking, anything like that. They not only help with the function of their bodies or their minds, but they also allow an escape of reality for these residents. Let's say playing bingo, something that we like to do at Terry Lake a lot with the residents. It may be a mindless game, but it offers a form or a way for the residents to escape maybe their thoughts of lowness for just an hour or so. It allows them to escape how they may feel at that very moment. This may not solve the issue and the feelings that they have, but it does allow them just for a minute to not feel as they do. Now, I have touched on depression and what it is. I have told you how to communicate and how to listen to these residents and what communication involves. And I have also taught you and told you about activities you can do with the residents with residents each day and how they affect the residents. Being a caregiver is very important, not only for assisting these residents with their daily activities, but also with being a friend. As a caregiver, you have a huge impact on these residents and a huge impact on how they feel. It is our duty to help them feel wonderful inside and feel like they belong and make them feel happy. Thank you.